Hello, and welcome to episode 11 of the Ironman completion series with me, the LazyBoneZone. This episode, I made some fundamentally bad decisions and put the hardcore Ironman status at risk multiple times in aims to be finished with the early game this week. This is a longer video than normal, but there is a lot to show off, so sit back, relax with a nice cup of tea. After finishing last week's editing at Turtles, I attempted to kill the warped terror birds for the scepter. Between both the turtles and the birds, I went to a total of 619 kills before I got the weapon. It is a 1 in 320 drop rate, so I went almost 2 times dry. But the loot dropped from these is kind of nice, so it is worth it, and the chocolate bombs definitely helped extend the trip. With the scepter equipped, this is now my best in slot magic gear. Mystic Armour, Tome of Fire, Barrow Gloves and the lovely Warped Scepter. With the scepter in my hand, it was time to complete Lunar Diplomacy to unlock another new spell book. There's a few spells on here that are highly useful, such as Super Glass Make and NPC Contact. After this quest, I attempted Dream Mentor to get the extra spell slots, and I made a stupid mistake of not reading that I couldn't teleport out of here normally. During this fight, I was completely unaware, so watch as my health gets rattled away and my food depletes. I was hovering over the teleport icon at this point, ready to click it, but stupid me. Luckily enough, I was able to trap phase 2 and 3 behind the lectern, which, if I had have read and researched properly, is the only way to escape this arena. And the final phase, I kept running away. Somehow I survived this fight, but I made a very stupid mistake here. I definitely don't see this being the last mistake I make this week though. Last but not least, that's Dream Mentor completed. I was determined to complete as much diary tasks as possible at this point, so I started with the Desert Easy Diary and Medium Diary in one go, for a total of 10k Herblore experience and a free teleport to Nardar once a day. Easy and Medium Fremenic Diaries for yet another 10,000 Herblore experience and a teleport to Relica once daily. Falador Medium next. The rewards here are negligible at the moment, but it's an easy 7,500 Herblore XP. Kandarin next, and again the rewards aren't worth mentioning. We really need the hard diaries completed to get the benefits here. Karend and Kebos diaries actually have a good reward for the medium diaries. The Rada's Blessing grants a +1 prayer bonus when equipped, which adds to a slot that was currently empty, and of course, a wonderful Herblore experience. Lumbridge diary was next, and the reward allows me 3 trips per day to the Falador farming patch, significantly cutting down time to complete a farming run. I just need to increase my seed stack before I restart herb runs. I then used my Slayer points earned last week to unlock both the Slayer helmet upgrade and be able to get superior creatures on Slayer tasks, both huge upgrades for the Slayer skill. Varrock Medium Diary was next. Normally this means extra battle stats can be bought daily, but I'm ignoring these. The last one I did was Mauritania Medium Diary, and I'm purchasing the stuff to make an item needed for a massacre in the future. The benefits of Mauritania Medium is going to save me time with prayer training. Each day I can get 13 bones crushed and slime given for 3,744 XP. This will add up over time. King's Ransom quest completed, and straight into the training grounds mini quest. As you can see, I hid behind the dummies to avoid being hit and having my stats drained. After fighting the Knights of the Round Table, I unlocked the ability to get the best melee prayers in the game, Chivalry and Piety. Of course, I still need to increase my prayer level to use these, but with that completed, I get a sweet XP reward. I'm getting close now to having all the quests I can comfortably complete with my current gear done, which means I can focus on a new series with this account, which will be coming next week. Here's me finishing Swan Song for my 263rd quest point and access to Monkfish, which I doubt I'll ever use. However, in the past I have chomped through thousands of these foods. I just think Karambwans are better now. Looking at my skills, I decided I wanted to get to level 75 smithing, so I started to buy some gold ores. I need a total of 16,000 plus gold ore, but unfortunately,
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
So I settled on buying enough for level 70. As soon as I hit level 60 smithing, I spoke to the foreman to avoid paying the extra GP every 10 minutes and effectively make this a lot cheaper. After another couple of hours, here's me getting level 70 smithing. At this point, all I could hear in my head was Andrew Tate yelling at me that I'm poor.
You're poor! You're poor!
So my next agenda was to work on the thieving skill and start blackjacking. To double my money earned during this, I decided to grab the rogue's outfit first, as this doubles any loot obtained whilst pickpocketing if wearing all 5 items. So, using the Runelight plugin, I was able to fly through this maze at an incredible pace. Last time I did this minigame, I was using Tippet and reading where to stand and where to go, and each run took a lot of time. So much easier with these screen markers. Jesus. The downside to this minigame is even if you make it to the end, you can still fail to get an item, which of course, my first run ended this way. Imagine me getting something first try, that just doesn't happen.
A few moments later.
So, after about 18 attempts, I amassed all 5 crates and gained the rogue's outfit. Yay! Now it was time to start blackjacking. I went from level 58 to 65 and I made 286,000 along the way, and 143,000 of that was from the outfit, already paying itself off. Being as blackjacking was extremely click intensive, I took a break and started working on the medium combat achievements. I started at Briar Fighter with my 5 keys. I managed to complete all 5 combat tasks but didn't get the essence drop, meaning I have to come back in the future. I noticed here that my clicks weren't being registered and it was due to my mouse dying. Again, my dumbass didn't clock on quick enough, which was bad being as I was going into the wilderness shortly. Luckily enough, my stats and gear are way above requirements for this boss, so the disadvantage of my clicks not working doesn't really matter too much here. Next was Obor, the other free-to-play boss, and with my mouse playing up, it made it awfully hard to dodge attacks and actually get the combat achievements. Luckily, I had 20 keys available and managed to mop all the tasks up here. Once they were done, I face tanked the boss in my melee setup, making it much simpler. Skitizo was my 3rd boss this week. I did have 2 totems, but unfortunately the first attempt did not go so well and I had to teleport out as I was out of supplies. Second time lucky for 7 combat achievement points. A whole week has passed since I set up the kingdom, so I wanted to check the supplies I earned each week. This will definitely help towards my herblore supplies. I just need to work on getting GP to keep this funded. The next boss I attempted was Crazy Archaeologist in the Wilderness. First off, my reaction times to other players was terrible. Luckily, this person wasn't a PKer. And second, the mouse not working properly caused me to get hit by the book attacks. I just thought I was lagging here, which wasn't the case. I put my main account here to hopefully bait any PKers into attacking that to give myself the false sense of security. I wasn't actually using it to help, but it did make me feel safer. Anyway, that's 2 more combat achievements completed and on to the next boss. Sticking with archaeologists, this time it's the deranged one. This guy isn't in the wilderness, but to make up for that, his Reign of Knowledge attack hits up to 54 and can hit 3 times in one tick, for a total of 162. I stayed for a total of 33 kills to complete all combat achievements and get a ranged top upgrade, the Black Dragonhide top. Here's where I noticed my mouse wasn't working. I actually got hit by his buck attack and took a total of 81 damage in one tick, causing me to ring of life back to Longbridge. Unfortunately, I didn't catch this on camera. Trash YouTuber, I know. That attack easily could have killed me. So I thought, if I'm going to die anyways, why not attempt running around near the Chaos Altar and killing the King Black Dragon. It would have been nice if I could hit this thing. It took what seemed forever, but I managed to get another 3 combat tasks in one kill. Smart planning has paid off. I was close to having all the points I needed, so I chose Lizardman Shaman next. So I went and collected the tier 5 Shazian armour and managed to get a nifty 25 collection slogs from this. Using the crystal bow from an earlier quest and the new armour, I went back killing a couple of lizards. Would have been nice to spoon a mega rare item from these, but yeah, I'll be back later in the future. The final point needed, I grabbed from a Slayer monster, a Bloodveld. With the medium tier of combat achievements completed, I went to collect my reward, Gommel's Hilt 2. This allows me to avoid the prayer drain effect at Barrows and also gain more points at pest control. This is huge for a future goal of mine. At this point, I decided to put the lamps into prayer as I needed to get that leveled up for the new prayers I've just unlocked. And then I went back to blackjacking. I learned how to add the XP rates on screen at this point, and it shows I gained a whopping 761,000 experience in this session at around 190k XP per hour. That's 4 hours. Level 75 obtained for hard diary tasks, and then I came back to finish level 78 and I yeeted the blackjack since I am never doing this method again. My hand is in agony. I mopped up the last 4 quests, the Corsair's Curse, Devious Minds, Grim Tales and the Rag and Bone Man 2 before completing Karamja Medium Diary. All that's left is the Wilderness and Western Provinces. I'll do these in the future, and I quickly grabbed 60 prayer, unlocking Chivalry. Using the money earned from blackjacking, I settled on getting level 73 smithing. I know it's down from 75, but I can use a boost for the tasks. The stats gained this week are as follows.
Step into the unknown, 'cause this is where dreams are born.
This means I gained a total of 57 levels this week. The starting level was 1643 and ending at 1700. I feel that this marks the end of the early game for the Ironman, and starting next week is the journey to Varlamore. I believe that I have done everything needed to journey towards a max cape safely at this point, but being as this is a YouTube series, I want to do something risky in the future. I'm ending this video showing you the loot in both my seed vault and bank. You'll notice items like the ghostly robes that haven't been shown. This is due to when the mass was messing up and I thought I hit record. Unfortunately it didn't. Now that I'm past all the questing, I can focus on making the videos more in depth and not have to skip over the boring content like quests and menial tasks. Finally, here's my time played and collection logs. Thank you to everyone who has been enjoying the series so far. Goodbye.